Okay, I think we're ready. Everybody ready? Meeting is called to order. Please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, can I get an approval of agenda?
I'll make a motion, we approve the agenda as provided.
Second. Larry? Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Minutes of last month.
I was missing on the list of attendees, so
I saw
I let
that.
Alicia know, and
Yeah.
it's taken care of.
I assume you got
believe.
paid. Did you get a check?
Yeah, I got paid, so I don't really care if you put it
You're
up
in the
here or not.
minutes, so we know you were
Yeah,
here.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just correct that. He was here. We were all here last
Yeah,
month.
I think she took care of it. I emailed her the other day.
Gosh, that's the only exciting thing I had to say in my notes, and now you've already used it up.
Darn.
Okay, can I get an approval with an amended minutes?
So moved.
Okay, all right.
Second.
Okay, Larry?
Aye.
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 Okay, minutes are approved. I don't see any unfinished business in front of us. New business, request, minor subdivision, 21009 urban subdivision. Go ahead, Matt.
Good afternoon. We are requesting a two-lot subdivision. This is located in Penrose. The owner is Jeremy Irvin. We are splitting it in half, basically about 4.5 acres, a little more than 4.5 acres on each lot. The purpose of this subdivision is the neighbor just to the west actually wants that lot, and he wants to keep it as a buffer. So that's the intent anyways at this time. We've gone through everything. We submitted a request for a deferral of the drainage report. If they ever build on lot 1, then they'll have to do a drainage report at that time. The county engineer has agreed with that scenario. There are 2 contingency items. Verification of the existing driveway. The driveway actually comes out right at the corner of lot 2. It actually comes out at an angle. And so we need to verify that that's, first off, it's legal and works and all that, but they may need to move that at some point. But we're going to get verification on that. The other is the executed ratification consent form, and we are working on that with the bank at this time. Otherwise, it's pretty clean. No other issues.
Okay, all right. Micah, you want to give us a staff report?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, the department has reviewed the application and find it to be complete and true representation of the request as stated herein. The department finds all minimal requirements per Fremont County subdivision regulations will be satisfied by this application. And as Matt mentioned, there are 2 contingency items: the verification of the existing driveway on lot 2, executed ratification, consent, and release form, and then the deferral of the driveway access permit for lot 1 will be required prior to development. And then the waiver request was drainage plan. The county engineer recommends to defer the stormwater drainage plan and report for lot 1 until time of development, and noted that lot 2 does not require a stormwater drainage plan and report.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners?
Matt, I just got a question, a point actually. With this drive going in off the corner, is there something wrong with that? You know?
That's what we
entrance
need. That's what we need to verify. If that's causing cause a problem with the traffic, Road and Bridge will need to go out and verify if it's okay and meets the requirements.
Yeah, generally, they don't like those kind of angles that you get from that, you know.
It is a funky, if you're coming down from the west to the east, it's kind of a funky turn into it that way.
Right.
And so, you know, to me, it looks like an issue, but we'll see. I mean, they can move it to the south, down in between the garage and where the house is, and just come straight out onto the street there if there's a problem, so.
Matt, I see that Church of the Latter-day Saints owns the mineral rights under that. Do you see that a lot out there, and do those ever cause a problem?
Never seen it before, actually. That was the first time I've ever seen them tied to the mineral rights. You know, we notified them by certified mail, and we haven't heard anything back. They were probably surprised to get a letter on it, you know. Who knows what they really know they have.
Somebody in the past must have deeded them that land and let the mineral rights go, and then they retained it.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't know if that was common or not.
yeah, you know, most places, the mineral rights are owned by somebody else, and a lot of times people don't even realize they own them, so.
But that owner has the right to come in and drill an oil well if they want to?
They can, if they have plans for the mineral rights, you know, they have legal right to access those minerals.
Right.
And so they need to know what's going on top of the surface to know where they can access and how it'll impact them. So if they have actual plans, and then they can submit those and request the commissioners to allow them certain accesses and stuff like that, so.
Interesting.
So, I did have a question. It was actually a process question. I did see the letter from the Colorado Department of Water Resources, and they were were requesting a lot of different information. So my question is to staff, is that a change in information they're seeking? Was there some problem there or something? Or I do see that the water access issue has been resolved by the letter from the Penrose Water Company, but I didn't see a resolution to the DWR letter to us.
Micah, can you turn your microphone on?
Thank you.
Let's see what we got here. So,
That letter's on page 8.
Yes, sir.
7 and 8 of my application.
So the water supply demand, the water supply information summary form was not included with the referral. Please note that this documentation should be included with future referrals to clarify information regarding, unfortunately, I don't know. Matt, do you know anything about, was that done?
Typically, on minor subdivisions, that's not a requirement. Typically, that form is safe for a major subdivision, so they know there's enough water. If there's 10 lots, 15 lots. For a 2-lot split, we've never done it before. I talked to Ron Gasser. He thought it might be a question with their lease from the reservoir, and so they updated that and got that to the Division of Water Resources. I haven't heard anything back from anybody that everything's fine, good, whatever. It's something we need to look at and see, but it was a surprise to the water district as well, that was a question and that form was being filled out.
And so the water district got back with the DWR?
It's my understanding. Unfortunately, the engineer that sent the letter was out on vacation for 2 or 3 weeks, and so, you know, we all left messages for her, and we've been waiting to see if she actually returned. She hadn't returned my calls. So it's just one of those other things that we just have to kind of process and get through.
I understand. That was just a question for information. I don't think this is a flaw or anything like that with the application.
Yeah,
Just
I
just
flagged that
interest.
too. Yeah, I was curious about that.
And the forms that they're wanting, you know, they basically want to know how many households, how many, you know, square feet of lawn will there be, and how many cows are you going to water, and things like that. And so that's, you know, typically for a 2-lot split, that's not a major impact. And so it's just kind of shocking they requested that. So.
Right.
So there's no plan to develop that property right now then?
Not at this time, no. Yeah, the neighbor just wants to buy it for his own buffer.
Okay.
So,
Are there any regulations in Penrose about animal units and how many you can have? And whoops. Are there any regulations in Penrose about animal, you see horses and goats and chickens and everything else in there, is there?
it's all based on zoning. So based on the zone that you're in, you're allowed certain amount of horses, certain amount of cows, chickens, and that sort.
Okay.
So yeah, those regulations are part of the county regulations.
Is that all pretty much one zoning district there in the core of Penrose, or?
Yeah, I believe it's mainly all ag suburban.
Or ag rural?
Or ag
This is
rural,
ag
maybe.
rural.
It must be ag rural,
Is it?
yeah, most
Okay.
of it's ag
Well,
rural.
there's some of each out there, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a mix, actually.
But
Mark, you got anything?
I do not.
Larry? Nothing. Well, Larry, you live out there, you should say something.
Well, Mark does too.
Well,
Oh,
that's right.
yeah, I live on the other side of the highway.
Yeah,
so-
your stuff is.
Yeah, it's not my side of the highway.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry. Let's see, I don't
No,
think,
they answered my questions with the driveway. That was kind of
Yeah,
a
that
odd
was-
thing.
yeah.
I would hope they'd move it. Just for
Yeah,
future.
the county doesn't like those odd angles, like they like more perpendicular, driveways than those sharp angles.
I mean, if you ever have a chance to drive out there and look at it, it's just really screwy how you have to turn around
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
it, so.
But they'll sort that out when they get their, if they develop it and they come in for an access permit.
Well, this is for the existing
This is
lot, so.
existing
this is
driveway.
the-
I know,
So,
So they'll have to sort that out now.
yeah, we need to sort that out now, so.
That's actually, that's part of our contingency, I think, so
Yeah.
that'll be covered. Okay, anything else? Wow. Well, I'm open to a motion. I can't imagine what it might be.
I make a motion to approve MS 21-009 urban subdivision with any contingencies? Are there any left?
And the
One?
waiver for the drainage?
And a waiver for the drainage until developed.
Okay, we had the two contingencies, okay, yeah. Is there a second to that?
I'll second.
oh, go ahead.
Okay. Any further discussion? Larry?
Aye.
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 Okay,
Go for it. Thank you, guys.
yep, thanks, Matt. Anybody else have anything?
What do we got coming up? Anything?
We're gonna adjourn and then we
Okay,
can talk
sorry.
about that. Now, okay, we're adjourned now. Okay, now, what do we got coming up in the future here, Micah?